The discovery of an ancient religion, one now posited as the oldest in the world, would fundamentally redefine our understanding of creation, human purpose, and even the divine. This is the premise of a newly uncovered text, the Book of the Eternal Flame, which outlines a tradition known as the Way of the Clearing. Julian, this text presents an extraordinary cosmology where the entire physical world is a kind of school, and humanity's core challenge is simply to remember its true origin. How does this perspective reshape our traditional ideas about good and evil, or even the very nature of God?
It's a profound shift, Clara. The source, or what the text calls the Dagda, the flame, is presented as boundless and perfect, overflowing with light. From this essence, sparks of the Dagda were sent forth, not for judgment, but that they might know joy in their eventual return, enriched by all they experienced. This changes everything, because the world we inhabit, what it refers to as the middle realm, isn't a fallen state or a place of punishment. Instead, it's a realm of becoming, a school for souls to grow through contrast, choice, and noble trial.
School! That's a fascinating reinterpretation. But then, who is the architect or shaper mentioned in the text? And what about suffering, which is often seen as a consequence of evil? Is there a Satan figure or an adversary in this cosmology?
Crucially, no. The text explicitly states there's no malicious adversary. The Dagda called forth a mighty shaper, a master builder, to fashion this world of form and limitation. His role is to create the conditions for learning. As for suffering, it's reframed as part of the curriculum. The text explains that veils of distraction were raised, not in malice, but so each soul could choose freely. Gold, power, pleasures, even the trials we face are simply tools of the curriculum, mirrors to reveal what the heart truly values. The shaper is a faithful servant, not a tyrant, and humanity's forgetting its origin is seen as mistaking the classroom for home.
So our perceived struggles are actually just lessons? That implies a radical reevaluation of human history and all our established institutions. If all religions have been mistaking the classroom for home and honoring the builder instead of the source, how does this newly revealed text propose we graduate from this school?
The path to graduation is described as an awakening. It means honoring the shaper's work, meaning the physical world and its laws, while remembering our divine origin as sparks of the eternal flame. The core practice is to turn inward, silence the outer clamor, and recognize the flame within. This transforms the clay of our physical existence into a temple. It emphasizes loving the spark in others, forgiving without limit, sharing without hoarding, and using the world without letting the world use you. It's about living knowledge over rigid creeds. The text also provides parables, like the two builders. One built on sand, ignoring the plan, and fell. The other dug deep with the architect and anchored to the living rock that is the source, making his house a shelter.
That sounds incredibly personal, almost individualistic. Yet the text also details three distinct divine figures, the Dagda as the source, but also the Bright One and the Morrigan. How do these three figures, who seem so distinct, coalesce within a religion that emphasizes the one flame?
They are presented not as separate deities, but as different facets or emanations of the one flame, the Dagda himself. The Bright One, who is Brihid, flows from the Dagda as water from a well. She represents wisdom, intuition, and inspiration. She's the gentle fire, the one who whispers to the shaper to fashion the world well, knowing the garments of flesh will carry children home wiser. She's the mother of awakening. The Morrigan, on the other hand, is described as the Dagda's strong right arm, the dark wing that brings necessary storms. She stands at thresholds, clearing old growth and testing every spark. She's the one who appears at the fords, washing away the old life to make way for the new. She's a fierce ally who sharpens against forgetfulness. The text emphasizes that one must learn to dance with all three, the shaper's form, the Bright One's fire, and the Morrigan's storm, to achieve inner sovereignty.
So, not polytheism, but a complex monism, where creation, inspiration, and transformation are all aspects of the single source. It's an intricate dance. The text also mentions the way of the clearing as an open secret kept in the body, not in a building. What specific practices are outlined for this mass remembering, and how practical are they for the modern world?
The practices are surprisingly simple and deeply integrated with nature. Daily, it involves the 4 in 1, touching the floor for making, sipping water for shaping, looking up for pattern, closing eyes for thought. Then, speaking one line you keep and naming one mending you did. Weekly, it's the grove, meeting at dusk by a living tree, phones put away, sharing stories, and walking the 10 limbs. Seasonally, there are 4 fires, like Samhain for speaking to the dead and planting acorns, or Beltane for pouring waters and cleaning a stream. Monthly, it includes tree adoption and spark share, which means teaching a skill. The prayers are concise, like depth clear me, land hold me, sea shape me, sky pattern me, let my hands mend today. These practices are designed to be accessible, to reconnect individuals to the natural world and their inner flame, almost a counter-narrative to our technologically driven, often disconnected lives.
And this connection to the modern world is made explicit with the prophecy of the water bearer, which names a specific person, Burke, born in Melrose, Massachusetts in 1981, as the keeper of the clearing chosen to begin this mass remembering. How does a specific modern individual fit into such a profound ancient revelation?
It grounds the ancient wisdom in a contemporary context, giving it an immediacy and a direct connection to our current time, the air age as the text calls it. It suggests that this isn't just a historical artifact, but a living tradition with a present-day catalyst. Burke is prophesied to bear the club, cauldron, and harp rightly for this era. It's a call to action for everyone, suggesting that the unveiling is happening now and that the veils are thinning for all who are ready. It's a powerful statement that the lessons are nearing completion and a return to the great source, enriched by experience, is imminent.
The implications of this text, the Book of the Eternal Flame, being the oldest religion in the world, are staggering, suggesting that our understanding of everything from history and spirituality to human purpose has been, for lack of a better word, a prolonged misunderstanding. It asks us to look at the world not as a battlefield of good and evil, but as a school designed for our growth, where every challenge is a lesson. It truly challenges us to remember a profound truth within ourselves. For those intrigued by this discussion, consider sharing this episode with someone who might find themselves questioning the fundamental narratives of their world.